Never eat with the enemy. Welcome back. I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Destiny Swapping series. Food is one of the oldest delivery systems for both blessing and sabotage. Across every culture, meals have always been more than fuel. They are covenants. To eat from someone's hand is to receive their intention, their energy, and their unseen agreements. And that is why eating with the wrong person is one of the fastest ways to open yourself to spiritual theft. When you sit at the table with someone who envies you, resents you, or wishes you harm, you are not just sharing food. You are ingesting their frequency. In minor cases, it is irritation and fatigue. In major cases, it has ended lives. Poisonings at family tables are not just tabloid headlines. They are ancient, documented patterns. And even when there is no poison in the physical sense, envy and malice carried in food can rot a person from the inside out. I learned this the hard way. When it happened to me, I was shocked, not only by the betrayal, but by how common it truly was. Once I spoke up, the stories poured in. Quiet admissions, whispers of relatives, friends, and neighbors who had done the unthinkable. It is far more frequent than most dare to believe. The silent transmission of energy through food is a medium. Just as water molecules change structure in response to words, thoughts, and intention, meals absorb what hovers over them. When someone who resents you prepares food for you, their energy does not stay in their body. It transfers into what you eat. This is why cultures across the world developed rituals for blessing food before it enters the body. Ancient prayers over meals were not superstition. They were energetic shields. Tribal traditions of eating only from trusted hands existed to prevent energetic contamination. Even modern experiments like the famous plant and water intention tests demonstrate that matter responds to thought. When you eat, you don't just take in calories, you take in the intention woven into that meal. And if that intention is envy, malice, or concealed rage, you ingest it. The subtle poisoning of jealousy. Jealousy has a flavor. It does not always taste bitter, but its effects are corrosive. Even without physical poison, eating from someone who harbors envy creates an energetic exchange. Your vitality feels muted. Your clarity dulls. Your momentum slows, as though you are dragging invisible weight. This is how destiny thieves work in silence. Some use rituals, some use gossip, and some use your own trust against you, inviting you to dinner, offering you gifts, or sending kind gestures that function as energetic Trojan horses. Never ignore dirt in your food. Never dismiss that hair, that speck, or that unsettling feeling. In spiritual terms, dirt is not random. It is a signature. If you ever see it, do not rationalize it. Run. The spiritual mechanics of ingesting energy. When you eat or drink from someone, you momentarily merge with their field. Their energy circulates through your bloodstream. Their frequency rides into your nervous system. This is why drinking from a cup you didn't see poured is dangerous. Eating from a plate you didn't watch being prepared is reckless. Accepting food from someone whose energy you distrust is a direct spiritual entry point. These are not paranoid rules. They are survival strategies that have existed for centuries. In the wrong hands, food is ritual. Why some destinies are stolen over meals. Many destiny swaps happen not through grand ceremonies, but through everyday exchanges. A meal is an unspoken agreement. You accept, you ingest, and you bind. The business rival who invites you to dinner to celebrate while quietly resenting your success. The family member who insists you eat from their plate while harboring jealousy for what you carry. The friend who watches your every win and offers you food with a smile that never reaches their eyes. Once you take it in, you have given them access. Blessing food as spiritual shielding. This is why every ancient culture had some form of blessing ritual. Speaking over food alters its structure. You imprint intention into it before it imprints anything into you. Just as words can wound, they can also cleanse. When you bless your food, you reprogram it. When you cover it in prayer, you fortify your body. You are the plant in this equation. Speak life into what you consume, and you grow in strength. Consume carelessly, and you feed yourself weakness disguised as nourishment. Why this rule is non-negotiable. Never eat with the enemy. Never eat from the hand of jealousy. Not because of superstition, not because of fear, but because the table is where destinies are exchanged, siphoned, and bound. If you want to keep what is yours, guard your plate. Hi, I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and what you just watched is part of my signature program, the Chosen One series inside School of Soul. This series is not just a course, it's a blueprint for those who know they were different from the start. The black sheep, the scapegoat, the truth teller, the cycle breaker. Inside, you'll discover the family roles playbook, the golden child, the scapegoat, the enabler, the lost child, and how to finally step out of the part you were cast in without consent. How the black sheep becomes the goat, turning rejection into radical transformation and leadership. How to break generational curses and rewrite ancestral contracts so the pain stops with you. And how to recognize and escape modern forms of spiritual and technological targeting, from gang stalking to synthetic synchronicity. This isn't just about survival. It's about awakening, about reclaiming your voice, your lineage, and your destiny as one of the chosen ones. Click the link below to access the full series now, because the role ends the moment you decide it does, and the real script begins with you.